Thursday, June 16th, 2022. And I've had a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of vacation. But I have been keeping up with the January 6th commission. I'm sorry, I guess it's the January, I don't know, is it a commission? Is it a bipartisan panel? Whatever the hell they're called. I don't think they're a commission because the Republicans wouldn't let them have a commission. They were supposed to be an independent commission. So whatever this January 6th committee, maybe that's what they are, January 6th committee is, and these televised hearings that they have brought to us for the month of June. The first one I watched on a plane. The second one I only saw snippets of, and I tried to catch most of the third one today. So it's very clear that there are a number of crimes that Donald Trump has committed. The first one, first hearing, was really establishing that it was the words of Donald Trump and the encouragement of Donald Trump that brought all of those people to the Capitol and encouraged them to take up arms and, by any means necessary, make sure that the election results were not certified on that day. So inciting a riot, and all of this is wrapped around treason, right? Every bit of it. And then in the second one, it became very clear that he raised several $100 million from his supporters based on an idea that they were contributing to a Stop the Steal campaign, which never existed, and he used the money to pay off his own personal debts. That's fraud, straight up fraud. Like, you can't even get a better, clearer definition than that. Whether it's wire or mail or however you want to classify it, that's fucking fraud. And in today's hearing, and boy, that former judge, Terrell, whatever his name was, I don't think I've heard a person speak slower in my life. He rivals Felicia Rashad and her speech at the Tonys for how slowly he spit out every word, and he had them prepared. He was reading most of it very slowly and deliberately. Not so deliberate. It was hard to follow. I mean, I'm interested in this stuff, and I was like, but so it's very clear that from the get-go, or at least at the very latest, on the 5th of January, but as early as mid-December, definitely you can argue the 2nd of January, but absolutely without certain, by the 5th of January, Donald Trump had clearly been told by a number of sources in a number of ways that asking Mike Pence to not certify the results of the election was illegal, unconstitutional, and had no precedent. But he continued that lie, continued it on January 6th, and telling all of his supporters that. And when Pence caved, that's when they started to chant him, bring him out. They wanted to kill Mike Pence. It's, the whole thing is diabolical. And I have to say, the first hearing kind of made me cry, because it's super sad that that not only that this happened, but we're this far along, and we have so many people in the country that just still don't even believe that that what is literally right in front of them didn't happen. So I know there's more hearings to come, and I can only hope that Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice is just waiting until these public hearings are completed, and so somewhere there'll be a turn in sentiment that the public will be outraged enough. We've watched all of this. A lot of this isn't new information. John Eastman came up with this theory. The theory is wrong. All of this stuff, the big picture that they're presenting, we watched, we saw it all happen. The details that they're pulling out, which are very important because they show facts, they show testimony from witnesses, they show video. Who's that fucking congressman who keeps saying that he didn't give a tour of the White House when he's clearly on tape giving a tour to people who ended up in that mob the next day? Anyway, my fear is we'll get through all this and Merrick Garland will be spineless and the Department of Justice will do nothing. And all of it's for naught. Like, what are we doing if we aren't going to prosecute one of the biggest crimes against democracy, probably the biggest crime against democracy in American history? That to me is mind-boggling. The fact that the electorate and his stupid little crowd and parade of knuckle draggers are not going to believe it. Of course they're not. They're not the brightest, that the country has to offer. But the fact that our own Department of Justice will fail at its duty is really appalling. And, if we look at, Liz Cheney is not a hero. She's doing her job. Mike Pence was not a hero. He did his job. That's to uphold the Constitution, to certify the election results. He's not a hero. Not caving to the ravings and rantings of a lunatic asking you to do something illegal does not make you a hero. Standing up and calling out against it, testifying against it, might be a better start. But just for the simple act of not doing the thing the crazy guy, not doing the illegal thing the crazy guy asked you to do, that doesn't make you a hero. That's a low bar. That should be just pretty standard behavior. No, I'm not going to break the law for you. Anyway, so I just wanted to catch us up to where we are. I know it's very misogynist and a dumb thing to say, but I really like Liz Cheney's hair. Not so much Jamie Raskin's, but that's beside the point. We'll see where we get. I don't even know when the next one is scheduled, but we can chat about that one in more detail the next time. It's good to be back.